Well, welcome. This is real life. Facebook is Facebook. But just a little bit ago on Facebook, this went completely official about VJT, vitamin J time. That's, of course, being over the top marketing nonsense. But I told you a year ago there is no time, only life. And we all are ourselves. So as I get further and further away from both 2023 and 2024's Accountability Day, January 10th, can't wait for 2025's. I sit here and I think about the year that was, and then I think about the 40 years that were. Everyone, theoretically, is doing the best we can. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone falls sometimes. Everyone wakes up in perpetuity until one day we don't. And I've got fantastic news because I'm still alive and I was never crazy, and just having to be myself, period. I can do that. I've done that. I've never really had a problem being alone, working alone, living alone, learning alone, any of that. And as the genuine restoration of everything takes back hold, I look forward to actually receiving my pension funds soon. I look forward to continuing this podcast for decades to come. I look forward to burying the past, because I did that in 2023 by early on. People didn't believe me. I couldn't possibly be myself. The guy with "Be Me" tattooed on his dominant side tricep couldn't possibly be himself. Vitamin J couldn't possibly be himself. Mr. Davenport couldn't possibly be himself. Well, I hate to remind them, but Accountability Day was on the 10th, and everyone was exposed on that day. And the Davenport family is completely at peace. If I were to like what happened, that would include everything with Heather getting sick. I would have had to have wanted that to screw up. Anybody that thinks that I walked into any of the 3 situations that people knew me for without the full goal of making a real life out of that, you are the crazy one. In America, general public, humans, yeah, that's a problem. Policing doesn't belong in a home. Policing belongs on the street. Policing belongs where there is a genuine emergency. That doesn't come home. And there's a point for that. Because if we do, then everything gets ruined. But here's the thing. I was never that cop. 821 John We all know this. That was me, cop. Far less stress on my mind, far less brass, so to speak. And it wasn't, because I worked midnights for 10 years, and it's just good guys and bad guys then, for the most part. Pokemon Go was pretty cool, because then there were kids and families out, and we need more of that, by the way, world, because getting cops and families and kids talking and hanging out and associating, for one, that's building bonds that last lifetimes and generations. And two, more people out and about, less crime is possible. That's just how that works. But my favorite time by far was definitely when I was in the traffic unit, because Officer Armstrong, Officer Kibler, Sergeant Montico, Lieutenant Bauer, Linda, you guys all welcomed me in there, and that time was extremely challenging. And just bringing me in and teaching me things, including me with lunch, whatever it may have been. It was only 6 months, but they were easily the best 6 months of my entire 14 plus years. And the last 6 months were better than the 6 months before them. And those 6 months were just hell. Talking about 23, that is. But I'll wrap this one up. I will be doing more of the autopsy on 2023. And I will be talking about mental health and first responders and life and death, relationships, wrestling. You'll probably throw in NBA basketball, the occasional political something or other, but no, not anything at all like that. Only when it's something that is actually big in terms of life affirming and something good for that. Like, I can mention that the health insurance I have today is because of the ACA, not the city of Springfield, Ohio. And it's also 90% cheaper. And Flagstar Bank, I give them shout outs on Facebook. Flagstar, thank you. I'm the only person in the world with a 50-year, 1.99% mortgage because of all of the stupidity that took place in 2023. And I say stupidity, not pointing fingers, not any kind of blame, saying how. How? And then it's just, well, I guess that's how it has to be, because never having been truly crazy, it's not the hero you wanted, it is the monster you needed. Because that monster was not dead. That monster was asleep. And that monster is talking to you right now. Fortunately, that monster is saying, Namaste, humanity.